Okay. Hey, guys.
Howdy.
We'll try that again.
So yeah, the intro is going to be, hey guys, right? Because that's your shit. That's your spiel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey guys.
It was a little too aggressive though, I thought. Maybe.
Out of nowhere.
It kind of was.
Okay. 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 Hey, guys. Episode 1 of Shoptalk podcast. We're doing it.
It's happening right now at the moment.
It's been in the works for a long, long time.
Probably about a year, I would say.
Yeah, I was pumped on the idea when we all got together. And
It was before Pine Lake last year that you came up with Shoptalk, the name. The name has been established for about a year. But then it's been kind of not talked about now for a few months, but Brody, you found a good deal on the podcast setup.
Yes. And I've wanted to do a podcast for like 2 years.
Yeah.
So
this podcast is thanks to Brody and spending his money to actually get the setup for us.
here.
We sound about as professional as we can because you bought some top-notch stuff. So we got the GoPro on a 2x4 stand that I made last night. I could probably withstand 50-mile-an-hour winds,
That's it?
I would say. It's pretty sturdy.
It's stout.
that sucker is lagged together.
Thick bolts.
So, Shop Talk Podcast. I'm Gunnar Arlo. I'm a professional ice racer for Arctic Cat. We got Kyle Grover here. If you've ever been to a salvage yard between here and New York, you've probably met him there picking up Indy parts, LT grade parts. We got my brother, Brody Arlo. If you ever played Call of Duty, you've probably played against him online.
Been shit on by him online.
He is helping hold goggles this year at Pine Lake and whatnot, so he knows what's going on.
Yeah.
So how we should start it off with just the thing that happened most recently was Haydays this weekend. So Kyle was there with myself. Brody, you couldn't make it; you were working, but you were at Haydays about 3 years ago, I think it was.
And in spirit, you were there.
Oh yeah. I saw pictures.
We thought about you the whole time. I was wishing you were in my cot with me.
Yeah. No, I wish if I had a ride down there and if I wasn't working, I would have definitely been there.
Yeah, you've seen the YouTube video, so you know kind of what's going on. But you also know that YouTube video only shows just the smallest slice of what happened.
How long was that YouTube video?
12 minutes.
Yeah, out of a whole weekend.
I think I had about 40 minutes worth of recording that I cut down to 12 minutes.
Yeah. And that still doesn't even scratch the surface of all the crazy shit you see, the weird characters that you bump into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Kyle, you and Ben Yort had a swap spot. How I know you got started off on a rough Friday morning.
Well, the Friday morning was really rough. So we left town, city of Clearbrook at 3 a.m. We got in line down there at about 7:50, 8 o'clock, and we didn't get to our spot and parked until about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So we put a full day's work in waiting in line. That got kind of old. We had to crack some beers in line and, reminisce on old times. And that was probably one of the highlights, was waiting to get in.
It was just an experience in itself. It was just waiting to get into Haydays.
Yep, and then you get like 4 dudes with like ADD sitting in a pickup just wanting to be there. It got pretty comical.
Ben said you jumped out and you took off running a few times once you got into the facility and you got driving through the facility and they were stopped again, you took off running.
Yeah, well, everybody else was out setting up their parts and, you see something that catches your eye.
Jesus Christ.
Old anodized purple parts, and you're sprinting towards them to see what they are. And then
the Black Magic stuff definitely catches the eye.
Black Magic, Pro 5, all that good stuff.
Sure.
But no, it was an experience all in itself. I think we'll probably try and do it again next year, get set up down there. And it's just the spot to stay, to experience the whole weekend. It's prime Realtree, I guess, to sit in the whole event. So
For sure. You want to get a little closer to the mic there, Kyle?
sorry about that.
Yeah. So what
A little too comfortable.
So what I wanted to ask was, how long do you think until this is a full 3-day event? Because it seems like Friday, I've been down there on Fridays the last like 3 or 4 years, and Fridays have just gotten more and more people to where they have bands on Friday nights and everything. I know it's kind of for just swappers and vendors, but it seems like there's a lot more people there than that.
Yeah, I'd love it. I'd love for it to be, get in on Thursday night and then get set up and then do all day Friday and Saturday would be prime because for the people who take it pretty serious, getting there on Friday and, not having a swap spot, but you still want to experience all the good deals and all that stuff I think it would, I don't know, it would help out all the swappers and stuff too, getting all set up and stuff.
Then it would just be like kind of the party day.
Yeah.
Friday night it already is pretty much the party day for most people once they're already parked and established and whatnot. But like Brady Deerdahl, he said that once Saturday, it rained on Saturday midway through, and he said after that rain all day through Sunday, it was just kind of dead.
Yeah.
It was like that down in Swap too?
Yeah, you see it like Friday night, there was a lot of people that were there to buy parts. So I sold half the stuff that I had there. It was, all the good stuff that I had to sell sold on Friday night before, any spectators could get in.
Yeah. So that's what it seems like too, is that spectators are missing out on the good deals like Saturday morning because they're already being bought up on Friday.
Exactly. Yep.
But Brody, you were down there on Friday too.
Oh yeah, it was the best part of my time there.
Yeah, the band got the best of you and Dad.
Yeah.
So yeah, my dad was down there this weekend, his first time being down there since the early '90s, and he had some fun.
I got to talk with him. He drank about half of my beer.
He drank probably about everybody's half of their beers.
I think that's where I learned it from.
Because he said on the way home he didn't buy a single beer on Friday night. It was from you guys, from the Dorns, from Brady. People just kept offering him beers, and he fell for it. So
it's what you do.
Yeah,
you get free beer. You drink it.
When you look that cool, the Nemesis, the scratched up Nemesises, and then the neon high vis cut off.
The Millville shirt. Yep, from Millville.
Yeah, you got to give that guy
bright
beer.
orange one.
Yep. Oh yeah, he was rocking the guns.
Yeah, you got to give that guy a beer.
True.
What else I wanted to talk about too about Haydays was, did you notice, like, I know you sold some stuff, but it didn't seem like there was a whole lot of deals down there this year. Stuff was high priced. Like, people knew what stuff was going for, and they were trying to get top dollar for everything.
Well, that helped my case selling what I had there. It went for what I was asking for it. And I did label it high just so, I didn't want to sell it, but if I got that price out of it, I would be happy with that price. So that kind of helped me out in a sense. Then I don't have to deal with it anymore and stuff like that. But
yeah, because Dad was looking for a set of skis, and he could not find a set of CNAs for like under $200.
Yeah,
and they were used up, they were beat up, they were ran down the side of the road, and I was looking for windshields, didn't find any cheap windshields. But just anything and everything, just everything was high. I felt like even sleds.
Yep.
Sleds were high.
Yep. Sleds were high. But there was sleds selling.
Yeah. Did Brandon sell his sled?
No, he didn't.
Oh, had to bring it home with him.
Yeah. That was kind of a shame loading that sucker up. That's too nice of a machine.
One other thing was these swappers. I don't know what you think of it, but the swappers that are there just selling junk.
That's a big thing.
That's my favorite stuff.
Like, I told Dad he could have literally loaded up all the junk behind his garage, put it on a trailer, and just went down there to try to sell it. Yeah. Like garbage.
Yeah, I would have bought it. I would have bought some of it. I almost bought that old musket that was broken. Remember that?
Yeah.
I just didn't want to carry around a gun case for half the day.
Yeah.
For 6 miles.
Because you have swappers there that are literally, I keep making the joke of down there selling maple syrup. And I told Dad, I was like, there it is. They're selling maple syrup.
Maple syrup, applesauce, honey. No,
Hey, you bought a bag.
I bought a backpack for God's
That
sake.
caught Dad's eye too.
Yeah,
Dad,
they're nice backpacks.
that caught Dad's eye. He's like, a duffel bag for $20.
Yeah, oh yeah. I got a bitchin' backpack for $14.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, it's the swappers that are selling, like, I don't know how many countless ones I've seen that were selling maple syrup, selling Hot Wheels cars, and these two ladies selling just nail products. It's like,
At a motorsports event.
yeah, you're kind of in the wrong event. You're kind of taking the spot away from somebody that actually would have actual stuff to sell, probably.
Yeah.
Because the tickets sold out in what, like
Like an old musket.
Yeah, the swap spot tickets I think sold out in under 10 minutes this year.
really? And
We're lucky enough that I was on the ball.
yeah.
So do you get that spot saved for next year?
No, we didn't do that this time go around because the Vikes started on Sunday and we wanted to listen to it in the truck. So we got going around noon and
Really?
yeah.
You were able to pull out of there at noon?
Yeah,
Or was
it wasn't bad at all. We got out in 10, 15 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
So you didn't hardly stay around at all then. By the time you get up in the morning and get packed up, you're leaving.
Well, we didn't really have anything to sell. So
Oh, really? Oh, well, that makes sense then.
Yeah.
You already walked everything, seen everything.
Yep. No, it's a pretty cool event. If you do get the chance to walk around Haydays and the swap spots and stuff, the people that you run into is pretty cool if you're into the snowmobile industry. So you'd be walking along, and I seen a track that I was interested in, and it said the shipping label on it said Corey Davidson. I was like, I recognize that name. So I sat and talked to one guy, and then sure shit, Corey Davidson comes walking out of the trailer. I was like, oh my God, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
I forget that, like, I feel like I can go around and talk to anybody in the pits or anything. So I kind of forget that, like, when you said Ergman didn't know who you really were, or Alex Hatteen.
There's a million people that doesn't know who I am.
Yeah,
I mean, I get it. I'm not anything special, but
Like,
I don't
yeah.
think of myself anything special, but it's probably because I don't have a set of Ray-Bans or, whatever them freaking snowcross
Well,
racers are
if
wearing.
they'd watched any vintage racing out there or anything, they would have seen you and your brother out
If they
there. but-
actually cared about the sport.
No, it's my brother that gets recognized. He's the fast one. You just...
Are you sure?
But yeah, I just thought back to that that was kind of funny that Alex Hatteen was just like, oh yeah, hey.
Yeah.
And
Who are you?
Ergman, you had to introduce yourself to him too, so.
It's with everybody. I mean, I'm not looking for any recognition or anything, but I just hate having to introduce myself to these people a million times.
That you pretty much know from watching them.
Yeah, I
and-
probably know more about them guys than they know themselves.
Brody, you never been recognized?
By a couple of people that I have no idea who they were. Once at McDonald's, just out of the blue. Hey, Brody.
That's what I thought was really cool, and just kind of there was about 2 to 3 people that watched the vlogs.
Ooh, that's pretty cool.
That's cool.
That had to be
Shout out.
Yep, shout out to the vlogs.
That'd be pretty cool.
So that was kind of neat, and they kind of acted like I knew the one guy just from past seeing him somewhere, but to say hi to somebody and like they acted like they kind of knew me a little bit was kind of surreal, because I kind of feel the same way if I were to like run into Adam Cincerillo or something, like,
Oh, yeah.
hey, I've watched all your vlogs, and like I feel like I know you, like I feel like we're buddies.
You kind of do.
Yeah. So that was pretty neat, and it was cool to actually have like 1 or 2 people say that they watched.
Yeah,
it.
like, holy
just
shit.
just random people.
Small world at
Yeah.
Haydays.
Yep.
No, that's super cool. But also your recognition comes from the track and not just the YouTube channel.
Well, the YouTube channel only has any like traction or recognition because of the track.
Oh yeah, if
But-
you're a shitty snowmobile racer, no one would care.
No, not really. No. But that's what I even told. I talked on the phone with Greg Catterett this week too, and I said, "You wouldn't believe of them being out in Michigan." I said, "The people in Haydays know the Catterett name, and they know the number 21 sled."
Yeah,
So it's
because
just,
they're good.
yeah.
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 And you know what? I got the coolest Arctic poster. Even though I felt like a 12-year-old kid having people sign a poster for me, I got Troy DeWald, Ryan Spencer, and a Gunnar Arlo poster. And that's going to go up on the wall sometime.
Yeah. Hopefully it's got Sue Winters 2023 or No, not 23. This year already happened. Came in third. Came in 2024.
You did lead a lot of the race.
Yeah, we did lead. We did have a chance of winning, but didn't pan out.
You know what? Even just to lead.
It was still super cool to watch.
Yeah, but before last year, going out there with them, I would have never guessed that I'd ever go back to the Sioux because I'd already been there those 3 years prior. But to go back there and then to actually lead,
to actually do good, and almost win.
Twice, probably almost win twice. If that spindle wouldn't have broke, it would have been.
True. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, if the spindle wouldn't have broke, we had like 27 seconds over second place, and we were only 2 sleds on the lead lap. So that was a close one. So
heartbreaker. Wah wah wah.
Yeah,
it breaks my heart for you to get a call the day before the race, and then to drive 14 hours out there.
So we could tell that story. That's a pretty good story.
Tell that freaking story.
So, so the Thursday night Myra race, I'm watching it, and coming into I think it was 3 and 4, Chris Eichenberg got into Troy DeWald and tipped him, crashed him, whatnot. And I guess Troy had said that he came barreling into, I think, 1, and I think Troy crashed in the snow dust or something because he was trying to get back into the Myra shootout because they had a fast sled that night. So he was just kind of banged up to where he actually wasn't going to race on Saturday. So they put something out on Friday on Facebook that Troy was injured. They were looking for a rider, and I seen that. I just thought, oh, that'd be interesting.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. So me and Mandy get. It was Friday. We're just gonna go for a trail ride. Just a nice day out. Go for a trail ride. We get over to Mom and Dad's, and we, for some reason, we didn't go. For some reason, we got over there all dressed up and everything. We decided not to go. And I get tagged from Chad Deerdahl on Facebook. And it was Chad Deerdahl saying, put Gunnar Arlo out there. He almost won Pine Lake this year. And again, I didn't think anything of it, just being a Facebook comment.
Yeah.
Like, oh, yeah, that'd be
sure.
cool. Sure.
Yeah, this is real life.
Sure enough, there was like two or three other people below that also threw my name out there in that thread. But yeah, it wasn't about like 10 minutes later. Then I had Ryan Spencer, who I'd never talked to before. We were Facebook friends, but never talked to or anything. Messaged me and said, Greg Catterwitt's going to call you in a little bit. So I was like,
oh shit.
Oh, okay. And so yeah, Greg calls me and never talked to him before. And so yeah, you wanna think about racing at the Sioux tomorrow? And this is Friday, like noon. I was fully intended to sit on the couch all day Saturday and watch the race.
Watch the Sioux.
Watch the Sioux.
Not race in it.
No, the whole day Saturday eating chips, watching the Sioux. So yeah, that was pretty surreal to where I kind of asked Mandy, because I had said I didn't really care to do it again just because it's kind of a dangerous race, more dangerous than what we do for our normal lake racing. So she said she was okay with it, and we freaking packed everything up within 10 minutes, and we were heading east by like 12:30. So we get out there on Friday night, like 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning, Saturday morning, to jump on I get to the track and go in the trailer, and everybody's like looking at me. They're like, "So you must be Gunnar." It's like,
you're the new guy.
Yeah, you're the new. Yeah, I think that's what somebody actually said. So you're the new guy. Like, yep. So I literally sat on the sled for about a minute in the trailer before I got on it for the race. Never having ridden that snowcross chassis yet, or every Sioux sled is different. Everybody has their own different bar bends, their own seat, their different pad. So yeah, 1 minute of sitting on the sled to go race it. Watching it back, I've watched that race back a few times, and it took me like 20 laps until I was like 15 laps, and I started kind of moving forward, and it was about 20 laps where I actually started making passes and pushing and like actually started clicking fast laps off to where just to get comfortable on it.
Yeah, and figure out you don't have to turn right.
Yeah. Yeah.
The entire race.
But yeah,
just left.
Yeah, that sled was unbelievable on how easy it was to drive.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable. Like, it was an easy sled to drive. Like, it just wanted to go straight, track straight through the bumps and just turn left. And it was fast too.
Oh yeah, it was fast. You were leading the race.
I remember watching that race, and the battle that I always love to see is
You keep hitting it and it vibrates it through the mic.
I wanted to say something, but I didn't know when to say it or how to say it.
the battle that I love to see.
You might have to just hold the mic so you don't fucking do anything.
Yeah, I got ADD or something.
That might make it worse.
A little more sturdy table would probably be
Yeah.
less shakiness
Yeah.
to it, but
Good, solid hardwood.
Legit bar would be nice in here.
Ooh.
That would be pimp.
then we'd all be talking like this to each other. Like, we'd all be.
We're kind of already doing that.
Well, I mean, we're not going to really face the camera. I mean, nobody. I don't.
No one looks at the camera during a podcast
No, I don't think so.
unless they're doing like shout outs.
Yep. Shout out
Yeah, see?
Gunnar Arlo 56 YouTube channel. You're watching it right here. Shop Talk vlog. Could you imagine if we got
Podcast.
sponsors?
It's not a vlog.
Oh, Shop Talk podcast. Yep.
Yeah, come on, dude.
Could you imagine if?
Podcast
Yep.
is going to be a sponsor one.
Unedited podcast.
Yep. Unedited. Could you imagine if we got sponsors like Manscaped, Lawnmower 4.0?
Zin.
Yeah. Zim, sponsor me.
That would be fucking
I
awesome.
love your product.
It's a good product.
Because yeah, I think this is going to have probably maybe if we do get sponsors, it probably won't be the same sponsors that usually like sponsor the racing side of stuff, Hardy Cat, and FXR, and Woody's.
No shout out.
Clearwater Coating.
Yeah. Fucking Christ. Have local guys sponsor a podcast.
Heck yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Why?
Just to get their name out there, like on the businesses that I sold sponsorship stuff to for like Pine Lake. Those Pine Lake videos have close to just under 20,000 views. So
And yeah, 20,000 people seeing Clearwater Coating,
yeah,
Baki Lumber and Excavating or whatever the hell that. Yeah. Did I get it right?
no, Baki Logging and Excavating, but it was David and Renee Baki this year.
Okay.
See.
I don't think we're getting sponsors.
I think we could. I think this is gonna pop off.
I don't-
It's gonna be 5 people that watch it or 5,000.
No, it's gonna be 3 people that listen to like a minute and then leave.
No, I'm almost at 600 subscribers, so it's gonna.
See, I
Yeah.
focus down. I expect the worst, and so when it actually happens, it's like, oh yeah, okay, that's
But
what I
if
was
people
expecting.
don't watch it, who cares? We're having
Oh yeah,
fun.
we're just sending it into the void because
Yeah.
it's fun.
Yeah, I think it'll be. I'm having fun.
Yeah,
I
me
mean,
too.
It is
I'm having
fucking
a
cool.
blast.
And then the reason behind Shop Talk is because I wanted to bring this up in the intro. I should have, but that like one of my favorite things to do is just you and your buddies in the garage. One of them's usually working on something, and
True.
the rest of everybody else is just standing around BSing.
That should be a point of the podcast. Every time we got to work on something.
Yeah, there's like 3 people just standing around.
Oh yeah,
That's so true.
Yeah, so that's one of my favorite things to do. Is
we should get the lawnmower in frame. I should start wrenching on it.
Is that got a 12-horse Kohler in it? or-
I have no idea.
42-inch cut.
yeah.
But no, Haydays was another good year. The weather couldn't have got any better. I don't
Was
know.
it 95 degrees like it was when I was there?
Were you there when it was hot?
Yeah, it was hot as shit when I was there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was not hot. It was sweatshirt weather in the mornings, and then it was nice t-shirt weather the whole rest of the day.
Staying in an enclosed trailer was pretty cold.
Yeah. You'd rather have it cold than in there sweating though.
yeah, that's big time for
Because
sure.
when me and Brody went down to Millville and stayed with the Dorns in their camper,
Oh, my God.
it was about 90 degrees that night with 100%
And humid.
and
It just
100%
rained.
humidity.
Oh my God.
So
The air was
sweat-
just thick.
Sweating in the camper, stacked on top of people in the bunks.
That's not fun.
No,
No, it didn't help that we were all hammered too.
But no, getting back into our snowmobile mindset or whatever, what we were talking about at the Sioux that year, what I remember from it was a battle.
yeah, we kind of got sidetracked.
Yeah,
there.
well, the battle was you and Dylan Stevens, and that's a battle.
Oh yeah, yep, yeah, we did battle. Yep.
That is a battle I love to see on Pine Lake, on Nadawash, at the
Yep.
Sioux. I love seeing you two ride next to each other.
That's what I like. I like battling against Dylan. We've battled quite a bit over the last few years, and I know we're not going to do anything stupid to each other. Like I'll be able to race him clean and he'll be able to race me clean, to where it's just, that's when it's fun racing, when you don't have to worry about this guy just taking you out.
Oh yeah.
Like there's some people, I won't name names, but you got to worry about them running skis over, running into the back of you. It's like, that's not fun. I don't want to touch anybody when I'm out there on the racetrack, because it's wide enough, it's big enough, you shouldn't have to run into anybody.
Yeah, there's no reason to run into anyone on the racetrack.
No, unless it's like a last lap pass or something, like in a corner or something to drive it in deep.
You can run them wide.
Yeah, maybe make contact, but very small circumstances to where that would be.
Or if they hit you first.
Yeah, well then, that could go back and forth sometimes too, to where they hit you first and you go give them one back, and they'll just totally clean you out then, and they don't care.
Yeah, that's a story. Clear Lake, Iowa. This year I ran down there and did that race.
Oh yeah.
I came down. They said lake race, so I came down expecting a kind of a somewhat plowed course and maybe some straights. No, it wasn't the case. It was unplowed, tight corners, a lath here or there, and about 20 machines per heat. So I would get the launch, but I had it geared for a straight,
For Pine Lake.
Yeah, for Pine Lake gearing. And I was using my brother's machine. It wasn't even mine. Well, we get out there and we start, coming into corners and stuff like that. I would get the launch, but then guys would have mid-range on me like crazy. So coming out of a corner, they'd gain, Well, it was so rough and so tight, we'd start jumping into some corners, and there'd be a little bump, or whatever, which is not a big deal when you're coming into a corner 3 wide, and it's a hairpin. Well, then you get guys who you bump them out of the way and you make the pass, and you think it's clean. Yeah. Well, then you start coming into the next corner and you look behind and it's bam, coming, and they smoke you, and it's like, God dang it!
And on those older sleds, like
sled,
on those older sleds, those old like the Gen 2s or the ZRs, they're just kind of big tubs to where it's easier to run into people.
Yeah,
where it's like
your body's not hanging off of the thing.
Yeah. So if I run into somebody, my freaking A-arm and everything is way out there exposed, where it's exposed to damage.
And just wrap up the other sled.
Yeah.
You don't have a steel trailing arm?
Nope.
You're past that technology?
Yep. About 20 years or so.
I'm just getting into that technology.
That's brand new stuff.
Yeah, you went from brand new stuff gray to the trailing arm. But no, to wrap up Haydays, it was fun. You're definitely going to go again.
Yeah, next year I'm definitely going.
I told Brody I had a slick idea. Before we even do our first podcast, I got podcast ideas.
That would
about the future.
That would be pimp.
On the spot podcast at Haydays.
Yeah, that would be super pimp. Shout out to Sidekick. We need to set up our podcast right there.
Yeah, we could. Well, it'd be kind of tough because Friday night they shut down that vendors area.
Yep.
So
Saturday.
Yeah. Yep. So before we were even shooting the first podcast, I already had an idea for a year ahead of time.
Yep.
And if we're doing podcasts,
that would be fun as shit.
Yeah.
Live show.
YouTube actually makes it easy to do live stuff. Like I'd have to figure out how to get the video stuff to do it, but probably on your phone would be easier.
But yeah.
That's kind of above my technological knowledge of how to get that.
Right now, though, you'll learn. We'll learn.
Yeah, I mean, this is episode 1.
We're getting better.
We're doing it.
Yeah, we're doing it, but we're getting better.
If you would have told me like 3 months ago we're gonna actually be doing it and recording it, and
it's wild, ain't it?
Yeah,
it was just an idea a year ago.
yeah. I think we actually would have tried to do something after Pine Lake last year if you would have stayed. Because you left for New York right after the race.
Yep. And if I had a house.
Yeah.
And where else could we do a podcast? You're getting a basement ready, but
Glenn?
Yeah. In that garage?
Yeah. Well, that's what I've thought too.
Because the initial.
Well, yeah, true.
Yeah. That's the intro video to this video. That is my dad's garage. So that's where the Arlo race shop is.
And it is the coolest thing if you've never been there, if you haven't had anything racked up in the weeds and not brought it to Glenn and Gunner to fix it up, this is the coolest shop that you'll ever see. It is half the size. No, it's probably pretty close to the same size as this one. Well, anyways.
2-stall garage.
2-stall garage. Bikes are in the corner. Sleds are up front. And they have eye bolts in the rafters to lift the machines up to rebuild them after every race.
Just one time. But yeah, it's not the nicest, but Dad's got all the tools you'd ever need to do a rebuild. But yeah,
and any part you would ever need for any sled, he'll bring it out of the fucking trees.
And the wood stove.
Yeah.
And it gets hotter than hell.
Yeah. What Kyle's referencing is when I broke a heat exchanger last year and the bottom front A-frame piece on the Arctic. So you technically have to split the sled to get that A-frame into the tunnel and into the front bulkhead. So we literally had my 4-stroke race sled hanging from the ceiling.
It looked like Frankenstein.
In 2 pieces.
Yeah.
The front motor and front A-arms and front bulkhead and everything, and the tunnel on this side, and to slide it together.
Yeah.
So we had the 4-stroke hanging from the ceiling.
It was wild. It looked pretty cool. Frankenstein's monster, by the way, not Frankenstein.
Okay. Well, your air rivet gun.
Yep.
That thing works.
Yeah.
That thing's got some miles on it now.
Yeah. Shout out Milwaukee.
We like
sponsor.
We like Milwaukee
Yep.
shit.
Milwaukee's good.
My weed whacker works like a charm.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Well, I had so just to jump in from Haydays to just this coming winter. I mean, because Haydays is the start of winter.
Official start of winter.
Did you get a new sled ordered this year, Kyle?
No, I'm still running the old Axis chassis. I'm gonna.
The one you own pretty much totaled in the I-500?
Hey, there's some fresh steel rivets in there, and it's Brian Deerdahl, shout out. Did some welding for me, and we got her going. She did a couple races.
Yeah, I suppose you trail rode it with us last winter.
Yeah, I did Park Rapids last year, and it held up to the 200 miles, not a problem. So she's straight enough to go.
Yeah.
Straight enough. We love hearing that. Straight enough. It's good enough.
Yeah.
No, Dad ordered a new catalyst. We're gonna kind of share, kind of do a little bit of testing with. It's gonna depend on the 4-stroke to the catalyst, whichever one's faster.
Yeah,
is what we're so plan on seeing a lot of videos of the catalyst unboxing, catalyst setup, catalyst, because
those will be some videos.
Supposedly I heard a rumor that there was only 50 set aside for racers.
Oh,
only 50 catalysts.
Okay.
Because I think they only pre-ordered only like 200 or 250 for customers.
Yep.
So
And our old man got a catalyst?
well,
He's
yeah.
the fastest man on ice. Are you kidding?
True. He has won a lot of races. But yeah, really? Only 50? That's a rumor.
That
though.
was what I heard rumored
Okay.
at Haydays. So because people were saying, "Man, I hope I get one." So it's like, well, I wouldn't be too concerned about it, but
You're not as cool as my old man.
There's a couple in New York for sale, 600 catalysts.
really,
Yeah, they've been there for a couple months.
they must be demo sleds or something.
Yeah, I think they were, and they're parked on a 2-place trailer outside of the Arctic dealer down there.
Because that's what, my dad brought a demo catalyst sled to Cataract
Yep.
midsummer this year to start working on it. So yeah, hopefully might have a Cataract open mod sled at Pine Lake.
Oh, that's just what I've been wanting to hear.
Yeah, twin pipes.
No way.
Well, that was actually rumored too that talking to Herf that they might try to do a single pipe design, kind of like the Town Brothers did out at Sioux this year. So because they don't even know if they could try to fit twin pipes under the hood of that thing.
It's pretty tight.
Yeah.
I love the top arm. You get adjustment for your camber.
Mm-hmm.
You can adjust it right on the spindle up top.
Yep.
That's pretty.
Yep.
I mean, for all your ice and cross country setup, that's kind of the ticket for what racers like.
Yeah. I mean, the camber for us, we don't really adjust it for doing the lake racing, but I know like the ice oval guys, they actually adjust camber and it actually makes a difference.
Yep. Well, getting your shocks slammed down and then and then all your toe and stuff like that. It's
Well, they'll actually camber it one way or the other.
so they lean
Yeah.
it. I see.
Yep.
Pretty cool.
That I don't know anything about, never did. I've heard people talk about it though, so I feel like I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, how do you go from almost winning Pine Lake and then almost winning or one pro open
Pro Open, yeah. Yep.
and second in pro stock, and you don't mess with the camber?
Nope, never messed with the camber. Tie rods were all wonkied out. One was out about this far, and the other one was out about this far. We replaced the whole nose cone and everything. New steering post, exactly the same. We have no idea where it was bent or why the tie rods were so off. The tie rods were straight. So yeah, it was. If people could see our setup, we show up to the race in a 2-place trailer.
Yeah, yeah.
On a flat tire last year too, right?
2 years ago.
2 years ago, flat tire. To go 2 miles, flat tire on the 2-place trailer.
Yep.
In a Bronco too, right? Or was it the Tundra?
No, I think it was the Tundra that year. It was even the Dodge. It was the Dodge that year.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, blew a tire on the secondary trailer in the 4 miles it takes down to go down to Pine Lake, and Dad said, just go with it.
We don't have that far.
Yeah. Oh, funny. But it's not even just Pine Lake that you'll show up to in a 2-place trailer.
Yeah, I mean, the funniest story was our first pro race going all the way down to Okoboji.
Yeah.
Down right across the Iowa border with the core. And show 6.5 hours or so, 2-place trailer, and get second place down there behind Dylan Stevens. And we get teched. They pull the head off the valve cover off the 4-strokes and everything. And by the time we were all put back together and everything, all the other trailers had left. All the big Artie Cat semi, everybody else's big enclosed trailers. And here we were like one of the last people left down there.
Just in the dark.
Yep.
On the ice.
No, we were up on shore at that time. But yeah, there was a fiasco that weekend because it was me and Dylan 1-2 on the 4-strokes.
Love to see it.
Yeah.
Love to see the battle.
Yeah, I made a comment in the autograph line this past weekend that ice is the best. And I made sure all the guys next to me heard it. And I think Dustin Schwant was the one that agreed with me. And I don't know if anybody else did.
Yeah. Yeah. You get at the Artie Cat booth anyway, you get a lot of mixtures of cross country ice.
I mean, I don't mind the ditch. I don't like the ditch when it's gray and no snow and snowing. I mean, you can't see anything. You physically can't see anything. So when Herf and Revering are going wide open,
bombing the ditches like Mad Men
they'd never seen before in the snow dust, gray, it's like, man, they just don't care.
Yeah, it is unreal, the confidence. You try and go 100% in not ideal weather.
Yeah.
It is so hard.
I mean, it's physically great. You can't see. You cannot see a bump.
in a ditch you've never seen before.
Yeah. So yeah, that's where I give props to those guys, to where I don't care to do that. I'll stick to the ice where I know there's not going to be a stump or a guideline wire or T-post or something I'm going to hit.
Might be a chunk of ice that the Amish cut out though.
Yeah, that was almost an issue at Pine Lake 2 years ago.
Yeah.
They got about probably 6 inches from hitting one with their plow.
Oh no.
Yeah. So that's where I like the Myra stuff too, because it's just
Smooth
ice.
course, yeah.
It's just ice.
Yeah.
No, you'd be surprised on how rough Lincoln got last year.
Yeah.
Like I was surprised. And the Sioux gets rough like exiting 4 and entering 1. But other than that, like coming into turn 3 is like a normal flat ice corner. Like that's where I think I feel like I do pretty good coming into 3 because it's more like a normal corner.
Yeah, I feel like you made most of your passes coming around 3.
I did, yeah. I agree with Brody. But the thing that I noticed was there's not many lines there. And then when you're dealing with lap traffic, when you're on the lead lap out of those corners, and there's only 3 lines, say, that it looked like it was tough.
Yeah, it was this past year. It snowed early on in the day, and it seemed like that snow kind of stuck onto the track. So if you weren't in that main line, that like there was some snow in the middle of the track that was just kind of there, that was just kind of sugary, that you could tell there wasn't speed in it. So there was kind of that main fast line coming into 3, and the main fast line was the outside line coming into 1, but it was in the dirt. So that's why if you watch the end of the race of the Sioux this year, that Ergman started shooting down way low, because way low, it doesn't get used a whole lot. So there is kind of a smoother line, but you almost have to square up turn number 1 and 2 a little more. So it's kind of a give and take. But yeah, the Sioux for sure, it's the main line, but it just keeps getting pushed out and pushed out and pushed out, to where I had the start of the last 100 laps, we took off, and I was out front for that for the ending segment to start with, and I had a really good line coming out of 2 where I just swung it way wide and just carried a lot of speed on the exit. I did that like the first 2 laps, and Greg radioed to me. He's like, "That's a good line. Hold that line. Keep doing it. Yeah, keep doing that line." And I was like, "Heck yeah, I'm gonna try to." But it wasn't about 10 laps, and here people started cutting that line down. So the amount of sleds that were cutting down and just filling my line with ice, it just totally wrecked my whole line. So that was where it pushed it. If people would have maintained that high exiting line, we would have had good ice on the exit of turn 2 for the whole rest of the race.
Yeah, give me one. Jesus Christ.
So our podcast setup here is kind of just thrown together.
It's redneck.
It's about as redneck
makeshift.
as it gets. Yep. So if you're watching this, if you're still watching this, thank you. How long?
You're a trooper. 41 minutes.
We're 41 minutes in?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I had no idea how real the fact that time ceased to like stop or speed up or whatever it is.
Wow. If you're still here after 41 minutes, thank you. We appreciate it. I mean,
I have no idea what you're doing, but yeah, keep it up. Sure.
Kyle, are you a podcast guy?
I dabble in highlights, but in long runs, long drives, I love a good podcast.
Sure. So
But for this one, I mean, I would listen to it just because, we're talking about Sue, we're talking about all race history, stuff like that.
I mean, yeah, it's not like we're sitting here just talking about nothing.
Right. Exactly.
I mean, it's kind of, if you subscribe to me on YouTube, you kind of know what we're talking about. You might be interested in it.
Yeah, you know what you're signing up for.
Yeah.
To this podcast.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And we'll get into what else we'll talk about and whatnot. But yeah, 41. So yeah, what I was saying about podcasts there was I'm all in on a podcast. That's the only thing I listen to. I don't listen to the radio. I could listen to the same 200 songs over and over again, but I like podcasts because it's new.
Yeah.
So that's where I feel like with us, with Shop Talk Podcast, we're going to be kind of in this little window here of where I think we might pick up speed, because like I'd mentioned to you before we started here, Kyle, that there's a new podcast, the Carbide Podcast.
Yeah.
With he's had some really good guests on, like Joey Hallstrom and Blair Morgan, and I just listened to the Dan Ebert one this morning, and he's more trying to like the history of people's careers, which I think we could even get some of our buddies on and tell some pretty cool stories. And then him and Super Sled Online, he does a pretty good Facebook Live thing. So I've watched him a few times. So I think for us, we're gonna be kind of in a little window here to where we got our own thing kind of going.
A small community of snowmobile, ice racing, cross country guys.
Pretty much. Yep. Pretty much. So that's where we need you to help grow it.
Yeah, because I'm the
marathon runner.
The marathon runner.
trainer.
I thought you were gonna go like movies and video games.
No, that's your own thing, but we'll talk about that when you're gonna start up your own thing.
Nah,
we all have our own hobbies.
Oh yeah.
Pokemon.
Yeah, yours is Pokemon. Mine's is statues and video games, movies. And now marathon training. Yep. That's been most of my time.
Yeah. You didn't have time to run today?
No, I came home and I'm like, who the hell is parked in my driveway? And it's this guy.
Yeah, you were here early.
Sorry, I don't have anything to do.
Oh, really?
How long did you sit in my driveway?
Dude, I cleaned my truck for like 4 hours today, just waiting for this.
Jesus Christ. I was at work all day just itching to get out of there. It's like, I need to go podcast.
Yeah. I was stoked all day about it. So I think our podcast is going to be good.
For sure.
Because, I mean, after every supercross race or motocross race, I bet you I listened to at least 6 to 7 hours worth of podcasts just to that one race weekend.
Yep.
And Brody, you're an avid listener.
I listen to podcasts 10 hours a day at work.
Yeah.
Yeah, all day long. That's all I listen to. Every once in a while, I sprinkle in some music. But yeah, it's mostly just podcasts.
What kind of music are you into?
Any kind of music.
Techno.
No more. The
gangster rap.
No. it's been screamo like rock, but like anime.
Oh yeah.
It's all about anime characters.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
This guy called Fable. Holy shit. I'm glad I'm alive when he's alive. He's my favorite singer and artist, and best music on YouTube.
Okay, getting back into it here.
And now, and country, Oliver Anthony.
Yep.
That guy.
Yep.
Slaps.
Yeah, one of the best.
So, Brody, something that you're involved with that we were thinking about this next year was the 440 race at Pine Lake.
Yes.
So we got a little bit of information out of Chad that it might be only 2-man teams. So Chad didn't really know. So if anybody doesn't know what we're talking about, last year is the 25th memorial since Chad, Brian, and Brady's dad, Gerald, had passed away. So they wanted to do something cool, a 97 and older 440 race, and put up $10,000 for it. And me and my dad and Nate Lindum were lucky enough to win that. But we had to give up our sled. So
Not really lucky enough. You guys kind of swept the field.
I mean,
But still, with a 97, you got to be lucky that the sled even finished the race.
Yeah, we did foul 2 spark plugs on the starting line.
Yeah. That's
In
rough.
the last race.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And did I ever tell you what happened there? Like why it was gargling and whatnot? Because Nate went out in the first race and he smashed the belly pan in.
Yeah. And then, your old man said that the ice was getting on.
Yep. So the bottom of the carburetors were like 2 snowballs, he said.
Yep.
So then there was a lot of water out there this last year. So every time we'd go through the water, it would just right into the bottom of the motor. So I was actually pretty lucky that it survived as long as it did for me for those 2 laps.
That's another thing that we learned this year was wedges in ice mode don't go across water. They dive in the water.
Really? They do?
Yeah, we were muscling it. Well, I was, because I ran a wedge in the 97 class and in the classic class, and I was muscling it through that about 100 yards of water.
Yep.
What it was.
Yep. Coming out of the cattails there.
Yep. I would hold it wide open. I'd get it probably 100, smoke the water, and it would go straight in.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but it was fun.
No, I had a blast. I think I had more fun on that old 440 than I did any other time on the track that day. So yeah, what we were thinking was if it was 3-man race again, we were maybe because Nate bought his own ZR440, so we were assuming that Nate was going to kind of do his own thing, but we are going to have the other Arlo boy run the ZR440.
I'd love to see it.
The full Arlo team.
Yep. And so Brody hasn't ridden a sled in how many years?
2 years now?
It's
3.
I think it's been 3.
It's 3
at
years.
least.
Yeah.
But if you see these trophies up in the background here,
He's no joke.
yep, he knows what he's doing on the
I
ice.
retired when I was like 8 years old after crashing for no reason
I think
at all.
even younger than that.
7, 8.
Yeah.
Well, no. What year? I don't know. 6.
But yeah, Brody knew what he was doing on the ice, but it was short-lived.
Yeah.
So we were hoping to get maybe Chad might do 3.
If it's 3, I would love to. That sounds awesome, just being on the Arlo team.
Yeah.
But if it's only 2, so be it. It won't break my heart.
I mean, you could run it in the classic class.
I still could race it if I really wanted to.
Or
but-
yeah, I mean, with Dad getting a new catalyst, you could run Dad's old Gen 2 in the classic class.
Do need more competition in that class.
That would be
you and Ben,
that would be
Kyle?
kind of fun.
Yeah.
And Colin.
Yeah.
Don't forget about the fastest
Damn,
one.
I might have to do that
Think of
now.
the content.
Think about the fastest one, Colin. Just have him in your mind in your runs and just say, I'm going to beat that guy. I'm going to beat that guy.
Oh yeah, I'm in better shape than he is.
Yeah.
He might be
Yeah.
faster on a sled, but I can outrun him easy.
You know, he's only got 15 pounds on me.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah,
He has slimmed down.
he's
So
slimming down too, huh? I'll be
I
down.
thought noticing at the Sioux, I thought he looked pretty good. Or at Haydays, I mean.
It's SpaghettiOs and Monster.
Still?
Yeah.
Oh my
yeah.
God, how is he losing weight then?
No, it's Diet Dew. That's what
That's what he
the
switched up.
Diet Dew.
That does it. That does the trick.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's my competition right there is SpaghettiOs and Monster.
And
And I'm
maybe a marathon runner.
Yeah. Well, I'm full blown training all year just to try and keep up to somebody who doesn't do any training.
Have you been training this year?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
last year I got a lot of Snapchats of you training.
Yeah.
But I
yeah,
haven't
so-
got any Snapchats this summer of you training.
Well, I don't want to wake up the boys. I wake up at 4 in New York time. So
Yep.
3 here, and then I start my workout and then work till 5.
Oh, okay.
So I hate bing, 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 bing.
Yeah.
Yep, but every day pretty much, except for weekends and stuff like that.
Heck yeah. So, Brody, marathon.
Yeah.
Brody Arlo is doing a marathon, the Bemidji Marathon here, October 14th.
Yeah. In a month. Exactly.
Yeah, in a month.
Exactly.
Are you ready?
Yeah. Kinda. I'm dealing with a weird tight calf thing.
Shoot, I forgot those ice
Oh,
packs
the
for
ice
you.
packs. But yeah, weird tight calf thing that, I don't know, hasn't healed up all week. I pushed it pretty hard last Friday.
Yeah.
I was running under 7-minute miles. And, yeah, when I got home, it was just super tight and then really never came out of it.
How far are you running now training?
The farthest I ran was 15 miles. That was a couple weeks ago. But after work, 6 miles is about tops because it takes me like 45 minutes, 50 minutes. And now the sun's getting lower. But yeah, I'm doing 6 miles consistently now. And
And then just upping the pace.
yeah.
Got me beat.
Yeah, my knees don't like that. I'm not a runner. I could run about 5K is about my limit. Otherwise my knees start killing me. So that's where I like to bike. I'll bike all day. I'd rather bike 100 miles than run 10 miles.
No, 10 miles would be pretty easy right now. Before it was like, oh God, I don't want to run 10 miles. That's so long.
You think of 10 miles, that's a long ways.
Yeah. But now with like 10 miles, it's like, okay, that's not too bad.
Heck yeah. So yeah, we're gonna plan on vlogging that.
Yeah, we'll be there for sure. I'll be moved back by then.
Everyone's telling me that we're gonna be there.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, how many people are gonna be showing up to watch
Everybody.
me run a fucking marathon?
The entire town of Bemidji.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Where do you want me to be? Finish line, starting line, mid-range?
Well, yeah.
I'm gonna get a bike and I'm gonna follow him
Yeah.
around.
Starting line, midway.
I'll bring
a couple
my bike
times
too,
through.
and then-
Yeah, because I'm gonna hit him here, go hit him there, GoPro him the whole time. Do you want me to talk to you? Can I talk to you?
I don't know. Maybe you can talk to me if you
Well,
can. Well,
Yeah, like in the Alex Martin's
Yeah.
vlog of him running a marathon, his buddy was kind of talking.
yeah, sure.
to him.
If no one gets pissed off, then yeah, sure.
I don't know if you're gonna be in the zone and you're gonna be
If I'm in the zone,
blinders.
yeah.
or-
If I'm in the zone, I'll just wave you
I'll
off.
be able to tell the look on your face if you're like
Yeah, if I'm already just wincing and
8 miles in.
yeah. God, if I'm 8 miles in and I'm feeling the pain, oh, it's gonna be a long.
So you got a
long
month
run.
left of training. What are you hoping to get up to? Like how many miles are you gonna try to?
I'll probably try to do a marathon
Because I know like
next week. Because I'll probably do 20 miles tomorrow.
I suppose you don't work tomorrow.
No.
Yep.
And
yep.
so yeah, I got to run to Foston for stupid insurance stuff. But after that, then it's 20 miles run.
All right, it's gonna be a nice cool morning.
Yeah.
So.
I'll probably do it kind of afternoon. But yeah, 20-mile run, maybe next week. Do another 20 miles or just,
Sure.
yeah, I don't know if I should run a full marathon.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think,
I've
Kyle?
watched some training videos on what to do with your first marathon, and like you don't want to peak
Sure.
at your training marathon.
Yep.
Like, you run 20 miles or 18 miles before the marathon, and then the marathon would be the last 6 miles or 8 miles at.
Like I know for GNCC for the cross country dirt bike racing, Caleb Russell, they do 3-hour races, and he said he'd never practiced a 3-hour race. Like he'd never practiced for 3 hours.
And yeah,
straight.
that's what I've noticed in videos and on YouTube of people, training. It's like, yeah, you shouldn't run a marathon before actually doing it.
What's the recovery look like on that? So when you go,
if you look it up on Google, they say you should take 6 months off after running a marathon.
Really?
Yeah. And it's a fucking joke because running 15 miles, 2 days later, I ran 6 more. And it's like, well, this is fine.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell? So, yeah, that's a joke. I think I'll be tight and sore for a couple days, but yeah, I'll
does
probably.
your diet affect your?
Well, yeah. I got little energy chewables for the run now, and I don't know, it kind of helped on my 15-mile run, but it was hot as hell.
Yeah. I feel like for like racing, like my whole diet preparation has got to be like locked in for like the 2 weeks prior.
Oh yeah, I've been drinking a shitload of water. Like that's key on just drinking water. Drink water. Always got a water bottle. Always drinking water. And yeah, just eating lots of meat and protein, basically.
Yeah, we need to order some more elk.
Elk was good.
Yep.
Yeah.
You ever had elk, Kyle?
Oh yeah, I eat elk, but no, that's my diet is bananas. I'm a big banana guy.
Oh yeah, I like a good banana.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I got bananas every week. Yeah.
Race days usually probably 2 to 3 bananas.
Yep. The bananas, and then I like wild rice and chicken. That's kind of it.
Oh yeah, I have a lot of rice, a lot of eggs. Yeah, bacon, chicken, pork.
See, I'm not really like a side guy. Like I'll just have a chicken breast. And like last night, I just had just 2 little sirloin steaks. No sides.
No, last night was eggs, bacon, rice.
It's crazy to think about that.
Big glass of chocolate milk.
The meal preparation and stuff like that for stuff that what we're doing, and then they're like for what I'm doing, classic class is like my main focus, you know. And then I'm racing against guys that are Monster and SpaghettiOs and probably drink 2 beers and 2 smokes before the race.
Yeah,
and that's my competition.
Yeah. I have no idea what the competition is going to be like.
I mean, I think it would be everybody.
Oh yeah,
it'll be actual runners. It'll be actually people just wanting to do it for fun.
And fat people that just want to try to do something with their life. I don't know, but yeah, it's going to be a weird, wild experience that I have no idea what it's going to be like when I show up. I have no idea what I'm going to wear. How cold is it going to be?
Yeah, you never know.
Am I going to be wearing joggers and a sweatshirt, or
you never know?
I have no idea.
October.
Yeah,
you never know.
Like if it's snowing, I'm screwed.
Why?
Because it'll just be too cold, and I hate running in the cold. I hate it now almost. I like when it's hot and I can take my shirt off and just sweat through my shorts.
Let the tits out.
Yeah.
You gotta suffer.
Oh yeah, that's why. I don't know. I like the suffering more when it's hot. The suffering when it's cold, it's harder to deal with.
Yeah, that's true. Like I know when I wake up in the mornings to do my workout and I go in my little spare bedroom there and it's cold in there, I work out with a little space heater in there.
Yeah.
I turn the space heater on, go to the bathroom, come back. It's nice and toasty in there. Sweatshirt to start with. Just sweat it out.
Sucks to try to work out or run when it's like cold.
Feels like your muscles are looser and stuff.
Yeah.
That's for sure. That's why I'm working out at a bunch of hotel gyms over the past few years of working out on the road. And it's like people all have it like 75, 78 in there.
Yeah, nice and hot.
Come back the next day, 64.
Screw that. Nope, that's too cold.
No.
But for all that training that goes into it, we're training, 70-degree room, stuff like that, getting your muscles warmed up, pumped up. Then we go out on race day and it's 20 below.
Yeah. God, that sucks. Holding goggles when it's 24 below out. God, that sucks.
You can't get loose, it feels like you're super tight and yeah.
It's so cold. You got more clothes on than you usually like to have on.
Yeah.
And
And then when you start to get the pump and stuff like that, it feels like it's super restrictive and you want it off.
Yeah, then you're getting too hot.
Yeah.
Yep. No, that's the worst. That's the worst of just being cold. I can't stand it.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. If it's super cold and I'm running and I get really hot, it's like, well, what am I gonna just throw my sweatshirt
Well,
off
you
into
sweat
the
it
bushes?
out. You suffer.
Oh yeah, I'll probably just do that.
Sure.
I don't even have a pair of sweatpants. I'm gonna have to buy a pair of sweatpants
Yeah.
or joggers. God, I hate
joggers.
joggers. I make fun of everyone that wears
You're
joggers.
that guy.
I'm a fan of joggers.
Yeah, see,
They're comfy. That is what I wear.
I don't even own a pair.
That's what I wear underneath my snow pants.
I have 3 pairs of shorts, and then the rest is jeans.
Get some of them spandex like those guys are wearing
Oh
nowadays.
God, you wouldn't catch me dead wearing them. Yoga pants?
Show the root a little bit. I mean,
Fuck. No, I'm not doing that. Just super tight and compression shorts. No. Well, if it's cold, it won't show too much.
So I had some notes here. I had to write notes down, or else I'd forget. I'd forget everything.
we've been spitballing.
Yeah,
We barely talked about Haydays.
No, it was pretty good.
Was it good? I feel like I got no information.
we
For
got
someone
good.
not being at Haydays, I I really got.
What else? Ask us a question about Haydays if you're curious.
Well, okay, the green track. Well, what's
green
the story
track.
with the green track?
The green track.
It's from the X Games or something.
If you guys don't know, oh yeah, I suppose you just tell.
This guy can tell the story.
Well, I ended up with a green track, and supposedly the story is it was Carl Koosters from the 2000s X Games. It is pretty worn. I paid the price for it.
23 years old.
Yeah. But I paid the price for it. There's not many of them left around, but it's for a project that I got going on, a 2000 Snow Pro, so it'll be period correct for the machine. And
That's pretty cool.
yeah, so I got, old school CNA skis. Just a lot of super cool parts going on this project. I don't know what else I'm going to do with it after I get get it all put together. I don't want to ride it with the green track on it.
No, but why are you putting it together?
Well, it's a cool piece.
Yeah, okay.
That thing was pretty dry cracked.
Yeah.
It had some dry cracks in it.
But the story behind it, if it is a true story, is pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh,
True.
for sure.
Oh my
And
God,
it's
yeah.
not
If
like
it's
they
at the X Games, yeah, that's cool.
And it's not like they even gave those things away. So
Right.
it has to be, I mean, maybe it wasn't at X Games, but maybe it was a practice track or something.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't think that they'd make those tracks just as a practice track, a green one.
Right.
They'd have to be pretty custom one-off
Well, the
stuff.
story was they blew apart all the time, too. So,
Really?
Yeah.
The green tracks?
yeah, the colored tracks blew apart, I guess. So,
Wonder why. That's weird.
Yeah. I don't know why that would happen.
If you look at this track compared to, I bought a hacksaw down there,
Oh.
and you look, and there's, no belting in this green track.
Huh.
So, I don't know if it was the rubber they used, something.
Just kind of threw it together.
Yeah.
Are
It
we
is-
getting weird?
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. Are we
Yeah.
getting weird feedback with our mics?
We're cutting out, kind of.
Yeah, you were cutting out there. I don't know. We're an hour in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, like we said one time a while ago, this is pretty redneck.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
This is kind of janky right now. It's just kind of thrown together because we wanted to get something out there since Haydays just happened this last weekend, and because Kyle is going back out to New York for just 2 weeks.
2 weeks, probably October, I'll be home.
Yeah. So we kind of, since Brody got all the stuff, we kind of wanted to put something out there.
Just put it out there.
Yep.
The anticipation couldn't.
No,
was killing
we
me.
couldn't wait for Kyle. We couldn't wait for Kyle to get back from New York.
No.
So we just had to throw one out.
Yeah,
there.
this stuff couldn't sit on my kitchen table for that long without actually using it.
No, for sure. We would have had a podcast up about something.
Yeah.
Go to the movies or something.
Yeah. Well, that's going to be my podcast.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you're interested in video games or movies, Brody's doing his own thing.
Yeah.
Brody's your guy.
Yep.
Probably called the Bro 5 show or Bro 5 reviews.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Or Sigs Inside. I don't know.
Sigs Inside. would
Sigs
be dope,
Inside is
but,
just such a cool name, but we're not smoking anything.
I mean, if you let us in the house. I don't smoke, but it'd be cool.
It would be cool.
So yeah, Shop Talk podcast. Thanks to my wife, Mandy, making the sign back there. Kyle's wife, Katie, for letting him come here and talk sleds.
Yeah, Kyle's wife, Little Stank, and then the
What?
and then the kid, Aladdin, Adeline.
I was going to say, your kid's... What? Aladdin? How did I miss that?
No, shout out Little Stank. How about you?
I live alone. It's awesome. I love being a bachelor. It's great. I still think I'm going to, someone's going to kick me out of the house.
Yeah.
This is too nice for you. Get the fuck out. It's like, come on. It was having such a good time.
How often do you think we should do these?
One a month?
Oh, Jesus
I
Christ.
was
No, you
thinking-
got to bang them out, dude.
I was thinking one almost every 2 weeks.
Yeah, one every 2 weeks sounds good.
Because we'll be-
especially during race season.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, we can talk motocross if you want. I love motocross.
I'd say one a week.
One a week?
Yeah.
I got a kid.
Yeah, I see. I say one a week because
Yeah.
I literally got nothing going on but running and stretching and
work.
trying to eat.
Yeah.
One every 2 weeks.
Yeah, one every 2 weeks would be good enough.
Because if we do this one now and we come back October 1st,
Yep.
whenever you get back from New York, that way Brody is just 2 weeks away from the marathon.
Yeah, I'll be
And
real
we'll know a
sore
little bit.
and beat up.
Yep.
we'll know a little bit more about what's coming up with when we're getting a catalyst, and hope to start working on the new 4-stroke October 1st or something too, so we can talk about that. And then our new ZR440. So
I'll have the sleds in the shop, ready to go.
and you'll have all your stuff back from New York.
Yeah, ready for teardown anyways.
Back from New York.
Back from New York.
Forever.
Forever. Yep.
That'll be so cool. God damn.
Yeah, now we won't have to wait so long to go ride.
Yeah. So yeah, I think
Or just to have fun, for God's sake.
Yeah, yeah.
It sucks having you gone because like you're part of the group. It's like why is he gone?
so. Yeah, we'll definitely have to go up to Brooks and ride when you get back.
Yeah, for sure. That's something I've been looking forward to.
Shout out to our buddy Brandon Green. He's working for Dirtworks.
Yeah, I seen that.
He's doing the Dirtworks for the last 3 super motocross races.
Yeah, looks so sweet.
So he was in North Carolina and then Chicago, and he's going to LA Coliseum next weekend.
Damn, that's a freaking good gig.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So
can you
props-
imagine running bulldozer and excavators?
That'd be sweet.
Supercross. Oh
So
my
yeah,
God.
props to him. That's pretty freaking badass.
Yeah, that's pretty
You
cool.
should, speaking of the greens, you should get some Johnny Green screens for your old 2000 ZR.
Yeah, I need to talk to Johnny.
I wonder if he's got any hidden back in the garage.
You know what?
What are you talking about?
So Johnny Green up there,
Yeah.
he came up with these like screen covers to protect the vents on the old Artie Cat sleds.
You know, the Ninja Turtle looking ZRs, the newer than 97. I got 3 of the things now. So I like all that cool old memorabilia. I need to.
They're like a frog skin, so like cattails and fuzz don't get into the hood.
Okay.
And they were called Johnny Green screens.
Yeah. I seen a set for sale. Where was it? It was at Nelson's trailer this year at Haydays. I seen a set for sale.
Really?
But they were the repopped ones.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see. Sure.
If I could get a set of NOS ones from Johnny, be sweet.
That would be cool. That'd be pretty authentic then.
Yeah, it doesn't get much cooler than that. I'm going to have all the accessories on this 2000 that I got.
We actually talked to Tim Berg down at Haydays too.
Oh,
I
yeah?
don't know if you've seen him.
No.
The one who founded Black Magic.
Oh, okay.
River.
Yeah, pretty cool stories back then.
Oh God, I can't imagine those stories.
Yeah.
Crazy stories.
Yeah.
Before there was law.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
I mean,
Pretty much, honestly.
it's crazy the people you run into down at Haydays. I mean, Corey Davidson, and it's always cool talking to Ryan Nelson and all them guys. You know, all the bunkies, stuff like that. I never did run into Rev Rings. Never ran into Rev Rings.
Yeah, Alex Hatteen was the one who I wanted to get interview with. I talked to him quite a bit on Friday night. Didn't have the GoPro with me, and then
Son of a gun.
yeah. So I missed out on a few good questions for Alex, and then I wanted to get Dustin Dorn too, my good buddy. Talked to him a whole bunch Friday night. Didn't have the GoPro. He left pretty early on Saturday.
And yeah, that's a shame because he's a good character.
Yeah, yep. And then Langus and David Brown too. I wanted to ask them stuff just because they've been testing the new catalyst. So just to ask some catalyst stuff. Because Ben, I don't know what David does, but Ben's an engineer. I think David's an engineer too.
Oh, okay.
You know, engineers are.
Fast on sleds.
I was gonna say a little loopy, but
That's the thing. If you're strange, you're fast.
yeah, you're pretty strange.
Yeah.
You're normal, but you're weird at the same
Yeah,
time.
I could attest to that.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's been the thing. If you're strange, you're fast. That's
So yeah, your brother's a little more weird than you. Maybe that's why he's faster. He's a little more odd.
I'd have to debate you with you on that one.
I don't know. You seem more normal.
Yeah,
He eats SpaghettiOs, dude. He switched to Diet Dew because it's healthier. I think he's the more weird one.
But if you could think my thoughts, I think you'd be pretty.
Oh yeah, what's he thinking?
Yeah.
SpaghettiOs and Mountain Dew.
No, he's probably thinking pretty close to the same thoughts that I am all the time, which is like old indies, old Articats, all that stuff. 24/7 though. There's never a break.
Yeah.
Except for when I go to Pokemon, then it's Pokemon.
That's snowmobiles are my obsession. It's all day, every day.
nonstop.
I don't know what
Yeah,
it
see,
is.
I don't belong on this podcast because I got no snowmobiles at all, no dirt bikes. It's just other crazy shit.
You're around it though. You know.
Oh, yeah.
You know what's going on.
I grew up in it.
You know what we're
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I grew up in it. I grew up racing. I grew up watching you guys win. Of course, I know what's going on, but at the same time, I'm thinking of crazy shit.
So yeah, you should watch Super Motocross this weekend,
Yeah, that would be cool.
and then next weekend's LA Coliseum, the big finale. We could talk about that.
Yeah.
Motocross the Nations team just got announced today. It's Aaron Plessinger, RJ Hampshire, and
Well,
Christian Craig.
I got Peacock.
Yeah, you could
Yeah,
easily
I could watch it. Yeah, I was going to
Christian
say
Craig's back.
I used to watch it when I lived at mom and dad's.
Yeah.
But
So yeah, janky setup here. We hope to have a round table. I think a round table.
yeah, round table will be a little nicer.
Flow a little bit better.
Yes.
Can I get a rolly chair next time?
Yeah, we'll put
we invest.
we'll put
in,
Kyle closer to the fridge next time.
yeah,
That works. That's better.
and yeah, some better chairs. I talked about getting like chairs and a table, and Gunner's like, "Whoa, you don't need to spend that much money." It's like, well, obviously,
To
we
start off with, I mean,
yeah.
we didn't really know what our feelings were coming into this, but
No, we kind of know. Yeah,
But
I get
I
the first
freaking-
draft of everything is shit. So,
yeah, but I'm having fun.
oh hell
No,
yeah.
it's a blast.
It's been an hour and 10 minutes, and
Really?
doesn't feel like that
No,
at
it
all.
doesn't
No.
feel like that at all. Like,
I get it now when people, well, I've always got it because talking in the garage or just talking anywhere,
yeah,
it always just makes times fly.
yeah. Are you gonna listen to this podcast back?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to work. I'm gonna go to work in New York, and I'm gonna sit in the truck all day, and I'm just gonna listen to this podcast.
Yeah, I'm going to listen to it too.
Yeah.
How many
just to
times are
learn.
you gonna listen to it editing it?
Probably just once through.
To
Just
see if there's any weird.
audio. Not really that. I've had one circumstance where a file was corrupt for some odd reason. Like just one video was corrupt for no reason at all.
Yeah.
So I just kind of got to watch it back and just to make sure it flows all the way through.
But yeah, this is unedited.
Unedited, raw,
Yeah.
not live, but raw.
Yeah.
We could do live. The one thing,
That's a dangerous game, brother.
yeah, I mean, and we already spoke about
We would have
that.
done good live tonight.
Oh yeah, tonight we would have been fine live, but
Yeah.
you know, later on when we get a little more comfortable, it might be a little testy.
The Vikes are playing right now.
True, they are.
But yeah, we
We can watch the Vikes.
we can hook up Bluetooth to your little deal there.
Yeah.
So we plan on having people call in.
God
So-
damn, that's gonna be kind of
Caller
hard.
number 9.
Yeah, caller number 9. How's it going?
It's not live though.
Yeah.
It's not live. How would we get people to call in?
Well,
So,
we
like,
could just call them.
Yeah, that's the plan. Like,
Yeah.
like I'll tell somebody, like I'll tell Dustin Dorn, like,
Yeah,
hey, we're gonna call you at 7.
Yeah, at 8 o'clock, call us, or yeah, we'll call you.
Yeah, and we'll have a 20-minute conversation with you.
Well, we could have them here too.
Yeah, we could do that too.
Oh, yeah.
So we could technically have damn near 5 people going at once because you got Brody has another mic and headset. So whoever else you guys want to see here with us, we'll try to get them here.
Yeah, another mic, person on the phone.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
that'd be too much.
So yeah, if anybody watching this has any questions or anything you want us to talk about or answer or anything, put them in the comments. We'll go through it.
Gunner's gonna be the only one reading comments.
You'll read comments.
No, I won't.
I'll read comments for sure, but
Yeah.
don't DM me because
Don't talk to me personally. But no, I'm not reading comments.
you don't even have Facebook.
This is on YouTube. What are you talking about
It's
Facebook
getting
for?
shared to Facebook.
Oh yeah,
Share
it'll
to
be on.
Facebook.
It'll be on Facebook.
Okay.
I think
Well, yeah,
I'm hoping
I don't
to
have Facebook.
have it upload probably tomorrow, maybe.
Nice.
Oh, that'd be pimp.
Yeah.
That way I can listen to it on the drive out.
Yep, hopefully tomorrow. I'm gonna try to get it gone through tonight and processed, and we did it.
Yeah.
Episode 1.
Episode
Shop
1,
Talk.
I'd say
In
let's
the
wrap
books,
it up.
Fucking,
Is that like the yeah? Okay.
you know, movie buff.
Yeah. The action. That's for action. No, not
we need
cut.
that on the soundboard.
Yeah, the cut.
Okay, let's end it there.
Yeah.
Give us a round of applause and
Nope,
That's
wrong
right.
one. There you go.
yep.
That's better.
Good job, guys.
Yeah.
Good job. That was good. Episode 1. I mean,
Episode 1.
I mean, what do you expect? So hopefully next time with round table, a little bit better setup.
Yeah. A little nicer cord management.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe rolling chair for Kyle.
Yep.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, true. They're not too bad.
No, I mean, it could be better, could be worse.
That's why I don't run new machines. Because
Too much electricity.
Right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this is pretty versatile too, so we could do this anywhere.
Oh my
actually.
God, it's
Like-
super simple.
Yeah.
It's one plug-in.
Yeah, one plug-in. We could do this outside with a generator,
Yep.
just in the middle of the woods
Yeah.
with Bigfoot. We could go big.
Sasquatch
We could go
hunting, shop talk.
shop talk Sasquatch hunting.
/ alien watching.
Yeah.
Hey, the aliens in Mexico that they just
Yeah.
revealed. Yeah, those were debunked in 2021,
Oh.
and they're showing us the same aliens that they already debunked.
Dad was freaking out the other night because I called him for something. He's like, "There's stuff up in the sky."
Was he looking at Jupiter again?
No, it was the Starlink satellites. That,
Oh, really?
Yeah, you know how
Yeah.
if you've ever seen them, the Starlink satellites. There's like 10 or 20 of them flying in a row.
Yep.
And he
was freaking out.
Freaking out.
Yeah, Dad.
I said,
The one day he's like, Brody, come here. What's this thing up in the sky? He's got the binoculars. I'm like, yeah, what the hell is that? And our buddy Dave, oh, that's Jupiter. And I look it up on my phone, and he's like, son of a bitch, he's right. Like, Dad, we've been looking at Jupiter for the last 20 minutes, thinking it's an alien ship hovering.
We'll all just go take like 2 of your gummies and then just
Oh, yeah.
head to the woods.
We could do that, too.
No, good first podcast.
I'd say so.
We'll end it there.
Yeah.
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
Okay.
Sure.
I don't know what to do for an outro, but
I don't know either.
I'll figure something out.
Yeah, we'll figure. Maybe play the music.
Sure.
And just have us talking
Yeah,
as the music
yeah,
plays,
just-
and
Waving goodbye, and
probably not that.
we'll fade it out.
Giving the dog a bone.
Yeah, see, we can't have copyrighted music.
Copyrighted
Yeah.
music is kind of iffy right now.
But yeah, maybe just have us talking and quietly zone out as the music starts playing with the Shop Talk podcast.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right.
Okay.